What's the deal? What's going on? I am your host, Lex Black. You're tuning into my show, Midnight Arcade. This is episode 57. Damn. That's a lot of episodes. Thank you for joining me. Decided to try and switch things up, do things a little bit more efficiently. So hopefully you enjoy the format. Here we go. There are 3 moments in this chapter that really stood out to me. There are actually 4. A couple more, but here are the ones that I'm looking at, okay? Boruto's supposed deal with Momoshiki, okay? The deal with the devil, the deal with Thug Shiki, okay? Let's be real. We know how Momoshiki gets down, all right? Moment number 2, the motherfucking Byakugan. Like, where the hell, why the hell, how the hell, all this time, and now we're seeing it. Now, I'm curious to know how the anime is gonna spin this, because the anime has been pushing this whole Jogan deal. So that remains to be seen, okay? And then within that moment, you know, the battle genius and the brutality of both Kawaki and, well, the battle genius and brutality of Boruto and the brutality of Kawaki, right? So there's that moment. Moment 3, Himawari making an entry. She just wants to throw hands. I mean, shit. And then, you know, in addition to that, Lord Kobu being an ass and the tension being really high in that situation, right? So, all right, this chapter told me a few things. Number 1, Lord Kobu is an aristocratic ass, as I just said, who has zero idea of what is actually going on in these Konoha streets. He only cares about bureaucracy, and meanwhile, with him caring about only bureaucracy, so it seems, these kids are out here fighting for their lives, man, putting it down for the town to keep the town safe, all right? 2, Mamushi is thoroughly getting his ass whooped. Not only by the big dogs like Boruto and Kawaki, right? But even the mid-tiers like Team 10 and of course the dark horse Himawari putting in work, putting belt to ass, okay? The third key moment here, or the third thing I wanted to point out, is we are definitely going to see immediate shinobi political fallout from Shikamaru's actions. There's just no question. However noble his actions may seem and may be, and how, you know, we know, or how right they seem, Lord Kobu is dead set on seeing to that Shikamaru politically suffers for his actions that he's taking. He's suspecting something. I have a lingering suspicion that Kobu is either going to get shut out though, or worse, all right? There is no time for his fuckery, and Hokage Shikamaru is clearly one who is shown that he's not for the play, and especially when it comes to putting Konoha first. He does not care. He will do whatever it takes. So this chapter was really all about the tension and building towards the pressure cooker moments, heading towards explosive ends for multiple different reasons, okay? We have deals with the devils, right? We have the warding off of interrogations, stymieing efforts of another Shinju assault, the return of the junkyard dogs, whooping ass in Boruto and Kawaki, and of course, Lord Kobu, like I said, being annoying and sticking his nose where it doesn't need to be placed at this time of danger and difficulty. It all takes place in this issue. So this chapter, like I said, really focuses on tension. And as I said before, the kids are out there doing what's right, throwing hands, protecting the village from the big threats, and the big wigs, meanwhile, aside from Shikamaru, of course, are too caught up in basking in the ambiance of their own airs, completely oblivious to the dire threat of Jura and the Shinju, okay? That's pressing down on them. Boruto's deal with Momoshiki really feels duplicitous on Boruto's part. Even though Momoshiki states that their consciousness are connected in a way where they can't hide intentions from one another, I feel like Boruto has an ace up his sleeve, right? That remains to be seen though. Okay, you know, in addition to that, I feel like Sai knows way more than he's letting on, okay? And that would make perfect sense because, you know, he is Anbu root, okay? So, you know, intel is one of the more core principles of those guys, I mean, in Anbu in general, right? Mitsuki is continuing to hold it down for the crew, for the squad, not snitching on them and not saying a damn thing to Lord Kobu. And as I said before, Boruto with the Byakugan, okay? It's insane. Like, to me, I was not expecting that. I was definitely expecting the Jogan. So I'm very curious to see if and how the anime, like I said before, if and how the anime, who up to this point has been showcasing Boruto with the Jogan, how they're gonna spin this new development. I'm also curious to know whether Boruto is only able to use the Byakugan when he's in alignment with Momoshiki and using the karma, or if he can use it independent of Momoshiki. That remains to be seen. You guys in the comment section, let me know what you guys think. I'm very curious to see what comes of that. Boruto and Kawaki now are continuing to show that these these motherfuckers like killing, okay? They're really good at it. They really like it, okay? Like, seriously. They're showing that they are as brutal as Absolute Batman is. And if you read that comic, you know, okay? Holy shit. These boys are out here putting in work. Boruto is showing his absolute genius in combat, clearly showing off his skills as the disciple of the legendary god body Sasuke Uchiha. And I love that for him. And it really shows, especially when he threw the shuriken and then he did the flying Raijin. Like, bro, too crazy. Like, look, he throws the shuriken, okay? He uses his Byakugan to see the other Mamushis on the other side of the building. Throws a couple of shuriken, then he throws a couple more shuriken to deflect off of the shuriken he just threw. And then the man does flying Raijin to teleport to those shuriken, and then he dices them boys up real dirty. He dices them up real dirty. And then he finishes it off with a massive Rasengan, which is just crazy, okay? And then you want to talk about brutality, like, ow! like, do you see that? Honestly, no blood coming out makes it even like more like shuriken straight to the eyes. Now, I know Kashin Koji had instructed everybody, in order to take out Mamushi, you have to take out his Rinnegan, right? So yes, we know that that is the method. That's the way how they have to do it. But damn, just seeing it in action, it's funny and brutal and like kind of crawls the skin at the same time, right? But you know, that is almost tame compared to this. Like, yo, bruh, Kawaki don't play no game, but he's always been brutal. We've known this. He's always been brutal. I mean, fam. In his throat too? Yo, crazy stuff, man. All this to say, right? Yes, Kawaki and Boruto got power-ups, especially Kawaki got his power-up. But let's be real, man. Let's be real. Mamushi is a bird. He's a straight up bird. And if he keeps taking L's like this, okay, he's gonna have to be put in the same category as Code's dumbass, okay? Straight up and down. Straight up and down. That was really, all those elements that I spoke of are really the crux of the chapter. And again, I really believe that there's gonna be some political fallout that's gonna be forced and issued upon by Lord Kobu. I don't know if the daimyo really care. Well, yeah, of course he cares, but those guys seem like they're just kind of like up in the clouds somewhere, just in La La Land. Like they don't, you know, correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong, guys, but I just feel like, I don't know. But Lord Kobu has a giant stick up his ass. Pause. And you know, he's sticking his nose where it shouldn't be, and it's probably gonna get cut off. Figuratively or literally, who knows, right? But do you think that this is the moment where Hokage Shikamaru's reign begins to come to an end because of the actions he's taken? You know, and I truly wonder also, switching gears, I also wonder what will come of the deal that Boruto had with Momoshiki and how that will manifest itself in the near future. And what are those implications gonna be? You know, again, like I said in the beginning of the show, I really feel like Boruto has an ace up his sleeve, a way where he's, like I said, he's being a little bit duplicitous with Momoshiki, saying like, yeah, you know, we're kind of aligned, we can't really lie to each other. And Boruto in his mind is like, yeah, I'll let you keep thinking that. I'll tell you that you can have my body after this mission is done. But of course, he's gonna have an ace up his sleeve. I don't see how he doesn't. I don't see how he doesn't. And I don't see how the writers would have it where that he would accomplish all this and then give his body up and not be able to enjoy at least some of the fruits of his labor and see his parents again, right? Because they're still in the Daikokuten dimension or whatever have you, right? So we still have to contend with that. So I wonder how the writers are gonna converge on that path and get to that point. Very, very, very curious. But again, this is my new format. I just wanted to get this out here and I wanted to just let you guys know I'm still here. I'm still working. What do you guys think is gonna happen? What do you guys think is gonna happen? Do you think Shikamaru's reign is gonna start coming to an end? You think everything's gonna start unraveling here? And what do you think of the deal with Boruto and Momoshiki? And then what do you think Himawari's gonna do? Do you think that she advanced in the short span of time that she's been training with Kurama? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. This is Midnight Arcade episode 57. I'm Lex Black. I'm out.